Hi everyone, welcome to SkillNest Academy. In this session, we are going to understand one of the most critical phases in any project, user acceptance testing, also called UAT, along with go-live activities and the importance of domain knowledge for a business analyst. These topics are very important because this is where the actual business user validate whether the system meets their requirement before it is released to production. I'll explain everything in a practical way so that you can clearly understand how things work in real-time projects. Let's start with UAT, which stands for User Acceptance Testing. This is the final phase of testing where real end user validate whether the system meets business requirement before it goes live. Unlike earlier testing phases like system testing or integration testing, UAT is focused on business validation rather than technical validation. Now let's understand the different stages involved in UAT. First stage is planning. In this stage, business analyst defines the scope and objectives of UAT. They identify what features need to be tested and prepare test scenarios based on the requirement. They also ensure that a proper UAT environment is set up, which closely resembles the production environment. Next stage is preparation. Here the BA prepares detailed test cases and test scripts that user will follow during testing. If required, BA also arranges training session for users so that they understand how to use the system. Additionally, realistic test data is prepared to stimulate real-world scenarios. Then comes the execution phase. In this stage, actual business users execute the test cases. They perform real-life scenarios to check whether the system behaves as expected. If they find any issues, they log defects and the BA coordinates with the development team to get them fixed. Finally, we have closure. Once all issues are resolved, the BA prepares a UAT summary report and obtains sign-off from stakeholders. This sign-off confirms that the system is ready for production. So UAT is a very critical phase where business approval is given. Now let's understand the role of a business analyst during UAT and Go-Live. During UAT, BA plays a central role in coordinating between business user and the development team. BA ensures that all test cases are aligned with the documented requirements. Also, they act as a bridge between users and developers, helping clarify issues and ensure smooth communication. BA also helps in prioritizing defects based on business impact and ensures that critical issues are resolved before release. They prepare important documents like UAT, test plan, test cases, and sign-off documents. Additionally, the BA supports and guides user during testing, especially if users are not familiar with the system. Now let's talk about Go Live. Go Live is the stage where the system is deployed to the production environment and made available to real users. During this phase, the BA works closely with the project manager to prepare a detailed go live plan. This includes identifying potential risk and planning mitigation strategies. BA ensures clear communication with all stakeholders so that everyone is aware of the development plan. They also prepare documents like deployment guides, checklists, and support materials. After go live, they may also participate in post go live review meetings to capture lessons learned. One important document here is the UAT sign-off, which confirms that the system meets business requirements and is ready for production. This is usually signed by business users, BA, and the project manager. Let's understand the importance of domain knowledge. Domain knowledge refers to understanding the specific business area or industry in which the project is being developed. For a business analyst, this is very important because it helps in understanding requirements more accurately. Let's take finance as an example. In finance related project, processes include accounts payable, accounts receivable, budgeting, financial reporting, and compliance. BA should understand basic financial concept and regulations like SOX or IFRS. This helps in mapping system requirements to business process. Next is healthcare. In healthcare system, processes include patient registration, diagnosis, billing, insurance claims, and discharge. BA should understand workflows and regulations like HIPAA. They should also be familiar with systems like electronic health records and insurance processes. Then we have retail. In retail project, processes include product sourcing, inventory management, sales, and customer service. Here, a BA should understand supply chain, logistic, POS system, and e-commerce platform. So, having domain knowledge helps the BA communicate effectively with stakeholders and design better solutions. Now let's look at a few more domains. First is banking. In banking system, processes include account management, loan processing, fraud detection, and complaints. BA should understand concepts like KYC, AML, loan workflows, and risk management. This helps in designing secure and compliant system. Next is supply chain. In this domain, processes include procurement, production planning, logistics, and warehouse management. They should understand how goods move from suppliers to customers and how inventory is managed. This is important for optimizing operation. Finally, we have insurance. In insurance system, processes include policy creation, claim processing, billing, and risk management. BA should understand how policies are issued, how claims are processed, and how risk is evaluated. Knowledge of regulation and actuarial concept is also useful. So overall, domain knowledge plays a key role in a BA's effectiveness because it helps in understanding real business problems and designing practical solutions. So in this session, we clearly understood user acceptance testing, role of a business analyst during UAT and Go Live, and the importance of domain knowledge across different industries. These concepts are very important not only for interviews but also for real-time project success. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe to our SkillNest Academy and let me know in the comments what topic you want next. See you in the next video.